I think that one of the greatest misconceptions about failure is the idea that God runs away from us when we mess up. But Scripture shows the exact opposite. Usually, we are the ones hiding from Him. Peter is one of the clearest examples of this in the entire Bible. People often read Peter's denial and think it happened because Peter lacked love for Jesus. But honestly, I think fear had more control over him in that moment than hatred ever did. Fear of rejection, fear of suffering, fear of association, fear of standing out in a hostile crowd, and peer pressure is powerful. Because most people don't cave when they're alone. They cave when everybody around them is watching. That courtyard became a pressure chamber. Every stare, every accusation, every suspicious question pushed Peter deeper into the survival mode. And suddenly the man who once said, "Even if everyone else leaves you, I never will," is swearing he doesn't even know Jesus. Not because he stopped loving him, but because fear took over. And honestly, many of us have done the exact same thing. Maybe not verbally, but through compromise, silence, blending in, pretending. Hiding our convictions so we don't feel exposed. But here's the deeper part most people miss. Peter's real separation didn't happen when Jesus was arrested. It happened when shame convinced Peter to hide. That pattern goes all the way back to Eden. Adam and Eve sinned, and the first thing they did was hide among the trees. Not because God abandoned them, because shame made them afraid to be seen. And shame still does that today. It whispers, "You ruined this. You failed too badly. You don't belong anymore. And God is done with you now." Which is why Mark 16 is so powerful. After the resurrection, the angel says, "Go tell his disciples and Peter." I love that. Because Jesus specifically sends a message to the man drowning in shame. The man who thinks he ruined everything. The man who no longer sees himself as worthy to even stand with the disciples anymore. Jesus names him anyway. And some of you need to hear that today. Because fear may have made you compromise. Shame may have made you hide. But neither one has stopped Jesus from calling your name. The resurrection story proves something very powerful. God's response to failure is not immediate rejection. It is pursuit.